Go sit down. Not there. You can go sit down in the living room. Evie's in trouble. We'll get Evie up when 8 minutes is done. Stop. Just sit there.
Nobody likes me.
Everybody likes you. I've already told you.
Nobody does. I'm telling the truth because everybody thinks I'm a small brat.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't argue with people, and you shouldn't fight with people, and you should behave better. Because when somebody tells you something, or they ask you to stop doing something or to do something, and you come back with sassy remarks and...
I'm not you, and I'm not anybody, okay? Just leave me alone!
Evangelina, you need to
I
stop.
ruined everything. Blame me for everything. I know I should be here because I always ruined everything and blame.
Nobody's blaming you for anything other than your
I
behavior.
other people's how about that?
Auntie Terry is trying to sleep. Stop screaming. You know why you're sitting there. Because you talked back. And because you sat there and you argued with me about something that was not yours. And then you gave me a spew back about how nobody shares anything with you. Stop. I've already told you not to do that. Daddy told you not to do that. I don't understand why you're acting this way. I'm not yelling at you.
Everybody else does, so blame me.
Okay, well, if everybody else yells at you, then maybe that's something that doesn't work. So I put you in timeout. I want you to sit there and calm down a little bit. Stop doing that.
I won't stop until I'm done.
Well, and you have bruises all over yourself because you keep beating up the kitchen. Daddy's going to have to explain to Mom why those are there.
There's no bruises on me.
Well, you were playing in the play place at Chick-fil-A yesterday and you had a big fit in the car because you had a bruise on your foot, which didn't even turn out to be a bruise. And now you're actually hitting things with your elbows and your fists, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be bruises on there.
Does it look like bruises?
Well, I don't know. I can't see your elbows yet.
No bruises.
Well, sometimes they take time. The blood has to come to the surface. But if you stop doing that, then maybe we'll get lucky and you won't have any bruises. Stop.
Never see me again. Listen, leave me alone. Let me have my privacy. And you shouldn't even be here with me.
Evie, nobody's going to leave you alone when you sit there and you say falsities. I'm going to correct you because that's one of my jobs.
Just leave me alone!
Stop doing that.
Just want my privacy. Just let me have my privacy.
Well, you're 8 years old and you're not going to get any privacy because you're in trouble. Stop hitting the counters and the cabinets. I've told you that already. So even in timeout, you're not listening. This is a problem. Go sit down in the living room, Sophia. I do the same thing with Sophie. When she gets in trouble, she sits down on the mat.
I couldn't tell you this was my last time. Sophie sometimes never shares her toys. Like, sometimes when I just look at my toys, well, her toys, she just grabs them out of my hand. Sometimes she knocks it out of my hand. Sometimes she does stuff out of my hand. So, is that fair? Or what do you say to me?
Well, that is... That's true. Sometimes...
I could have said my message, and now everything's not fair.
Evie, that's true. Sometimes Sophie does take things out of your hands. Then that's rude. She shouldn't do that. And sometimes when we catch...
I share my stuff, and she never shares her stuff. Does that seem fair to you? No, it does, I guess.
Okay, let me finish. And when we catch her being that way and acting that way, she gets in trouble too.
Sometimes she doesn't get catched.
Right, sometimes she doesn't, and sometimes you don't. But you have an entire bucket of dragon toys that's sitting on top of the plastic container that Sophie's not allowed to touch. And Sophie doesn't always get to play with your toys, and you don't always have to share your things.
I try to be kind to her. I try to share my stuff with her. Why did she not share my stuff with her? So what's that?
No, you're right. You are very good to her. You share your things with her and you teach her things. And sometimes she doesn't understand to appreciate it because she's littler than you.
I know, but I try to make it so she understands me, but she never does.
Well, sometimes, but she can't help it. You're so much smarter than her because you've had school and you have lots of people that teach you different things, and Sophie doesn't, Sophie hasn't gone to school, and Sophie's, with me a couple of days a week, and with Grandma a couple of days a week, and with Daddy a couple of days a week, and we all do different things, but sometimes we're not all on the same page. So you've had different experiences than Sophie that helps you, be smart in ways that Sophie isn't smart. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I put you in timeout because I don't want to spank you. Because I spanked Sophie this morning.
You spank me like my mom. So that.
So your mama spanks you?
One time when I got in trouble, she spanked me and spanked my leg. You think that's okay?
Well, does she spank your leg because you're squirming and she missed your butt?
Yes, that's right. This is so fair. So, what do I get for everything?
Because when you're a child and you behave badly, you have to have consequences so that when you're an adult, you understand the behaviors that you're supposed to have. When you have a boss and you're 25 years old at work, you can't throw a temper tantrum and stomp away because your boss was mean to you.
Quit.
Well, then you'd have to get another job. And what if it's hard to get another job? I mean, you have to pay bills and you have to survive and you have to do things. And if you have kids, then it's, you have to take a cut in your pride and you have to be there to take care of those kids. That's why I don't like when you say things like nobody loves you and nobody wants you around. Because you have lots of family and lots of support. You have your teacher yesterday introduced herself to me and was like, I'm going to be Evie's teacher. And she knew exactly who you were.
She sometimes doesn't really listen to me. You know what? One time Jorge said help first, and then I said help number second, and then Jair said number third, and she went to Jorge, and then guess what happened? Skip me and go to Jair and never help me.
Well, maybe she didn't remember that you said help.
Yeah, she does because I was raising my hand. And I said help also. So what was that all about for me? Yeah, nothing. I guess. Nobody really likes me.
Evie, everybody loves you, I promise you.
I even at people at school. I only have like 4 friends.
Well, that's more than me. I don't have any friends at school, and I don't have any friends at work.
No boys or other girls like me. All the girls like me, but guess who doesn't? All the boys. Because I guess they think I'm stupid.
Well, boys are gross at your age anyways. Boys are mean and yucky until, sometimes boys are mean and yucky their whole lives. You can't help it. That's why you gotta meet somebody good like Daddy. Mommy got somebody good. Man, she's got Manny. Manny's good, right? So maybe it's not you. Maybe it's them. Maybe they just don't know how to behave. Maybe their mommies don't do a good job at, teaching them how to do stuff.
I know, but they were already taught a lot of good stuff. This played me out of sight. This made me go out of time.
No. But that's not something that you can help. So you shouldn't, baby, don't hang on those because there's got child locks on there. I don't want you breaking those. But, maybe, like I said, maybe it's not you. Maybe they just don't know how to behave.
It's always me. I know how to behave. I think everybody thinks I'm stupid.
Nobody thinks you're stupid, honey.
Everybody annoys me. Oh, wait. They only help me when I get my leg twisted, that's all.
Well, that was something.
Yeah, but they never help me with other stuff.
Well,
Like,
maybe.
what do I do when I help them and they don't help me?
Well, maybe you
It's
need
like
to.
over here. I don't get any refrigerator.
Well, maybe you need to stop helping them. If they're
I
not
like
gonna help
helping
you.
people and they never help me. I just want to help people a lot, but everything's a problem.
Well, honey, if you want to help people, then you can't get mad that they don't help you. Because if you want to help people, you do that out of the goodness of your heart and because you care about them. You don't expect them to do it back. Because if you expect people to do the same things with you that you do with them, your feelings get hurt. Like with Daddy, I always rub Daddy's back because Daddy's back always hurts because he works so hard. But I don't expect Daddy to rub my back all the time because he's tired and stuff, you know. But if I expected him to rub my back all the time, my feelings would get hurt because he doesn't do it.
At school it's different way.
Well, you're right. At school is very different.
I
But
don't know what my school is like.
I
Hard. It's ruthless. It's hard for us at school. I always have problems with classes. Everywhere I go is noise and noise and noise. Not sharing, not sharing, not sharing. How would that feel?
Well, you know what, baby? I am going to talk to Daddy about the noise. I know that when there's too much noise, you get anxious.
I always do.
But with the sharing, you know, again, that's just something that you have to learn in life because there's going to be lots of people that have more things than you and they're not.
I always share. I always do nice things to them. I always keep them safe, but it's a different life for me.
Yeah. Well, that just makes you a better person than them, okay?
That doesn't make me a better person. Because everybody just adores me, doesn't want my help. Because when they can't do it, they can ask other people. But me, I'm always the one that's left out in everything.
Well, maybe you need to do more stuff for yourself then instead of trying to help more people. I mean, maybe you need to get a little bit more selfish at school. But, you know, this is something that we should have, you know, your mama talk to the school and the teachers about because maybe you need a little bit more attention than you're getting, you know? I mean, I can't help you with the kids that are at school because I'm not there. But I'm going to try to get Sophie in that school and then I'll know more about it, you know?
My school?
Well, not till next year because she's only 4. But when she turns 5, she can go.
Oh, you said when she turns 6.
Well, when she turns 6, then she's going to go into, well, she'll probably repeat kindergarten, but because next week I got to go with her daddy to the preschool, the daycare up here, and she's probably going to start doing that. But when she turns 5, she can start school when she's 5. I just don't know if I'm going to, you know, really make her go to school.
Without worrying, we have a new kinder station.
Do you? Well, that's pretty cool. So maybe you can help Sophie when she's there.
Well, it's not like that.
No.
There's people in kinder, in pre-K, and kindergarten.
Yeah. At your school?
Yeah, and the kindergartners, they don't get washed.
No, they don't have a teacher?
Well, they do have a teacher.
Oh, but they don't. But it's not like regular school.
Yeah, it's like regular school. It's just all of them have to their teachers are different. They need 2 teachers.
Oh.
Or 3.
It's because they're so little. They're crazy, huh?
Yeah. They're crazy enough they clicked off one of their shoes into the whole entire hall.
Oh my goodness. Bunch of babies, huh?
Yeah, it was not fair.
Hmm.
They get to leave earlier than us.
Yeah, you know, probably because they don't have the same attention span that you guys have. Because they're little and their brains are little. Ew, there's hair on that, Sophie.
No, open it. It's for you.
No, thank you.
Special delivery.
Okay, I'm talking with Evie, okay? Okay.
My 8 minutes up yet.
Your 8 minutes are up. Your 8 minutes have been up for a long time.
Why am I still sitting here?
Because you were upset and you needed to calm down.
I calmed down, but that time was like hard working.
I know.
Now we have to restart.
No, you can get up. You're not in trouble anymore. Because I've been talking to you for 15 minutes.
There's only one basket in.
You can have those.
Okay.
And I'm going to make eggs right now. You know what, though? Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I know that sometimes it feels like nobody likes you because you're having a bad day. But I promise you that you have lots and lots of people that love you. Daddy loves you, and your mommy loves you, and Manny loves you, and I love you, Sophie loves you, because we like having you around. You make stuff fun, and you teach us things, and it's fun to get to go do stuff with you.
I never teach Sophie because she never listens to me.
Yeah, but that's not your fault, though. That's Sophie. If Sophie doesn't want to listen, you can't make her listen. You can only try to, talk to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just hard talking to Sophie.
I know. She's a booger sometimes. She's a booger all the time. That's why me and Daddy don't get mad at you sometimes when you have to correct her actions. But, like when she doesn't behave and you have to tell her to stop doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So sometimes if you're not doing something that's right, or we don't like, the way that you're doing something, we try to correct you, and then, that way you learn how to behave, and then you can teach Sophie how to do it too. Because I promise you, we're not doing stuff like this to be mean to you. We're doing stuff like this so that, you can grow up and be a good person. Because we want you to, have lots of friends and make lots of money and do what you want to do. But it's hard. It is a hard life. You have to go to school, and school takes a long time. Daddy was in school until he was in 12th grade. That's 13 years of school. That's half of Daddy's life. And then I went to college, and that's even more time. And hopefully Daddy will go back to school and he'll get certifications and stuff like that. So he's going to go back to school. And that's not going to be any fun, But if Daddy does that, he'll make more money. And if Daddy makes more money, then we'll get to do more fun stuff, So you got to work really hard and put up with a lot of people that you don't like so that you can do things that you want to do,
Like my man's in the plumber station now.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird like he's in plumber.
Does he like to do that?
And that what beats and bruises on him.
Hard job, huh?
No.
Yeah.
You know how tiny his waist is? You know how he's big?
Uh-huh.
Like you, Mama?
Uh-huh. He's got to get into little places and fix stuff.
Yeah, and he can still breathe.
Yeah. You know what, though? He does that hard job because he loves you and he loves your mom and he wants to make sure that you guys have stuff that you need. So he does a hard job so that he can help you guys and pay for stuff. And it's because he loves you guys. That's like Daddy. Daddy takes care. It's Saturday and Daddy's working today because I need help and Grandma needs help. And, we got to make sure that we take care of each other. So I love you. Whether you think I do or not. Okay? And I'm not trying to be mean to you. I just want you to behave, okay? And I know it's hard. I don't behave all the time. And I throw temper tantrums. And then you know what happens? I get in trouble. Daddy has to tell me how to fix stuff. Or my mom. I have to call my mom and my mom has to help me.
I know you're a grown-up. You know better than me.
Yeah, but you know what? I still need help sometimes. I still don't know how to do things. So I still have to learn stuff all the time.
Sometimes I teach you stuff.
You do. You teach me stuff all the time. You know all kinds of stuff I don't know. Because you're a smarty pants.
I'm not much of a nerd yet.
Well, that's okay. You got plenty of time.
I call myself a nerd because I keep on getting everything right.
That's good, though.
I know how to spell people finally.
Tell me.
P-E-O-P-L-E.
Very good. Good job.
I know how to spell teeth.
Mhm.
T-E-E-T-H.
Good.
Tooth. T-O-O-T-H. You just have to drop out those two O's and put two E's
Mhm.
for teeth.
What's the difference between tooth and teeth? Do you know?
The O's?
Well,
because you have one tooth. It's one tooth. So it's called a tooth. That's one.
Right. And then
Teeth is like your whole entire group of teeth.
you see, you are smarty pants. Good job. All right. Well, I'm gonna make some breakfast, and I'm gonna let you guys fix your tent. You guys gotta share, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I was trying to be so kind to Sophie to let her have like the more comfy space, the more cooler space, because I want her to have the biggest space and I get the tiny little space.
I know, but you know what? Some of the time the problem is that Sophie doesn't like to share. You're right. So when that happens, you know, either nobody gets to play with it or we have to fix the situation.
It's hard for me to I can't
To fix the situation?
It's hard. It's a tongue twister.
I know. That's okay. That's why we have, you know, me and Daddy, because sometimes we got to be the mean ones that tell you guys no. Okay? So maybe we can go and see if we can find another one of those pieces, and then maybe you guys can each have one of those tents. And then it'll be more fair, okay?
Can I have a toothless one?
I'll see if I can find one. Okay?
Miss